And we are getting more responses as far as our survey is concerned. More breaking news. Chhattisgarh Deputy Chief Minister Mr. T.S. Singh Deo has told CNN News 18 that the Uniform Civil Code is not just for the Muslim women. What about the tribal community? He also goes on to say that he comes from a place where tribal community is in a large number and the rules there are different from every other community. They, in fact, excommunicate a person if he or she marries outside their community. Harmony is in diversity and the government needs to realize it. Those are the views of Chhattisgarh Deputy Chief Minister Mr. Deo as he has spoken on behalf of the tribal population that their rules are completely different from the rest of the country and they are an autonomous body and autonomous community that in fact want to stick by their rules, and hence UCC should in fact look at that aspect as well.
So the CNN News Network 18 has done a survey on UCC across 17 states. We spoke to Muslim women from all walks of society, and they all have in fact been in support of UCC. How do you see that?
It is not about Muslims. It is about the community at large, and there are many segments who have their own customs and rules and laws governing society, governing births and marriages and deaths and property. They have their own customs and laws. The attempt to use the name of Muslims is nothing but an attempt to polarize society before the votes again. It's a Hindu-Muslim thing. It has nothing to do with Hindus or Muslims or Christians. It is to do with traditional laws and customs which are prevalent in society for thousands of years. So what is the sentiment of the people? 1, 2, 5, 17, it does not matter. But a sizable portion, which may be a minority, not a Muslim minority, but a minority of citizens of the country, are not mentally prepared as per their traditional customs and laws which are in strong prevalence to leave them and opt for something else.
Let me bring in my colleague Sharon Elizabeth on the broadcast. Sharon, you've just got us that reaction by the Chhattisgarh Deputy Chief Minister. He goes on to say, in fact, he's suggesting that why target just the Muslim community? There are other aspects of the Indian population that needs to be looked at, and he specifically is talking about the tribals. What does he in collective views says about the UCC, and what has been the Chhattisgarh government's stance so far as the Uniform Civil Code is concerned?
Well, when it comes to the Chhattisgarh government or the Jharkhand government, they all have in fact been really concerned about the tribal community, because they all have been pointing out that when it comes to tribal communities, their laws and their rules are very different from the rest of the communities, and it will become difficult to ensure that they come under the ambit of UCC. Now, of course, we have seen that the Parliament Standing Committee, the sources have been suggesting that as part of the discussion and law and justice, that there was in fact discussion to keep tribal community out of the ambit of UCC. But that is where the Deputy Chief Minister of Chhattisgarh, T.S. Singh Deo, has been saying, then how is this Uniform Civil Code? If you're going to keep a certain community aside, clearly that means that you want to target a specific community. It means that you want to target Muslims. When it comes about UCC, this is the stand of the Congress party has been, that this is nothing but diversionary tactic. You want to keep a tribal community out of it. You want to keep certain other community out of it, but you want to make sure that Muslim community comes under UCC. So clearly this is nothing but to malign their community and to defame them and try to create a different divide in the society is what the stand of the Congress party has been, and that's exactly what, while speaking to CNN News 18, T.S. Singh Deo has also told us.
Sharon, as far as the government is concerned, are there going to be any reformist moves that are going to be made as far as the draft of the Uniform Civil Code is concerned, considering this aspect of looking at the tribals in India has been brought to fore by the opposition time and again?
Well, we have seen that in the Parliamentary Standing Committee for Law and Justice, this was in fact a very much discussed issue, that whether to keep the tribal community out of the ambit of UCC. But these are, of course, discussion. We have to, of course, wait for the draft. There is still consultation that is in fact going on. There are a number of opinions and suggestions that have been sought by different personalities from the walk of society. Based on that, there is going to be a decision that will be made by the government. But the Congress at this point has been saying that where is the draft? Where is the content? Without even having any sort of discussion or decision or a content of UCC, just throwing this idea is not going to work well in the society. Apart from that, they also have been saying that keeping in mind that 5 states are going into polls, this is to target a specific community during the elections to create a divide, because there is no draft, there is no content right now. It is just a white paper. So throwing this idea is just to create a lot of discussion and to target a specific community ahead of the assembly election is what the Congress have been saying.
All right, Sharon, thank you so much for all of those inputs there. A reaction by Chhattisgarh Deputy Chief Minister, Mr. T.S. Singh Deo. He is once again going on to accuse the ruling dispensation of targeting the Muslims over the Uniform Civil Code. Let's actually take in more reactions as to what the opposition parties have had to say through the day about the CNN News 18 survey and also over matters regarding Uniform Civil Code.
I have with me the Chief Minister of Maharashtra, Eknath Shinde, who is speaking to us exclusively on the Network 18's massive survey on Uniform Civil Code. Sir, Uniform Civil Code पे Network 18 ने जो सर्वे लाया है, उसमें जो माइनॉरिटीज के बारे में फियर्स हैं, विशेषकर मुस्लिम महिलाओं ने, जिनका शिक्षण बहुत अच्छा हुआ है, उन्होंने तो ये कहा है कि मैरिज एज 21 के ऊपर होना चाहिए। काफी सारे प्रावधान हैं जिन्होंने कहा है कि यूसीसी के काफी सारे प्रावधान आने चाहिए। राज्य के मुख्यमंत्री के तौर पे आप इसे कैसे देखते हैं?
जो आदरणीय प्रधानमंत्री महोदय जी ने यूनिफॉर्म सिविल कोड के बारे में जो उनका निर्णय है, ये इस राज्य के देश के प्रगति के लिए और जो भी वो करते हैं देश की भलाई के लिए करते। आज हम जानते हैं कि पूरी दुनिया में अर्थव्यवस्था की क्या परिस्थिति है, लेकिन ऐसे माहौल में हमारी भारत की अर्थव्यवस्था को बनाए रखना, बिल्कुल बनाए रखना ही नहीं, उसके और ऊंचाई पे ले जाना, ये काम भी हमारे आदरणीय प्रधानमंत्री महोदय जी ने किया है। देश को महासत्ता की ओर ले जाने का प्रयास उनका है और इसी में यूनिफॉर्म सिविल कोड, जो समान नागरिक कानून अगर आता है तो सभी वर्ग के लोगों को न्याय मिलेगा, सभी वर्ग का उत्थान होगा, प्रगति होगी और उनके जीवन में आमूलाग्र बदल होगा। और जो आदरणीय प्रधानमंत्री जी सोच रहे हैं, ऐसी सोच हमारे हिंदू हृदय सम्राट बाबा साहब ठाकरे जी की थी। वो भी ऐसा ही चाहते थे, एक देश में एक कानून हो, एक नियम हो जिसका सबको फायदा हो। और ये बहुत ही बड़ी बात है और इसीलिए हमारे बाला साहब ठाकरे जी का वही विचार था। आज हमारे देश के आदरणीय प्रधानमंत्री उसी दिशा में जा रहे, इसलिए महाराष्ट्र सरकार की ओर से आदरणीय प्रधानमंत्री जी के जो ये सुझाव है या उनका निर्णय है, उसे पूरी तरह समर्थन है और सपोर्ट है और उनके विचार से हमारी सरकार महाराष्ट्र की सहमत है। न्यूज़ 18 को भी मैं धन्यवाद देना चाहता हूं कि आपने काफी लोगों से बातचीत की है।
नेटवर्क 18 ने जो सर्वे किया है उससे स्पष्ट होता है कि देश की जनभावना ये यूनिफॉर्म सिविल कोड के साथ है। प्रधानमंत्री जी जनभावना को समझते हुए ही देश में निर्णय करते हैं। देश के अंदर सारे समाज के धर्मों के लोगों में यूनिफॉर्म सिविल कोड को लेकर जिस प्रकार की एक मान्यता इस सर्वे के माध्यम से दिख रही है, ये अपने आप में एक बहुत ही महत्वपूर्ण इस प्रकार की बात है। जो राजनेता बिना जाने इसको अपोज कर रहे हैं, शायद इस सर्वे के बाद उनकी आंख खुलेगी और देश हित में वे भी निर्णय लेंगे।